Let's make sure mic is up. Make sure everything is good. All right, check it. What's going on, guys? Hopefully, you all having a blessed, amazing day. I got another camera, so the quality would be a little bit better for the actual face cam part. But welcome back to another episode of Breaking Free from the Matrix, where I go through the Bible, go through the books chapter by chapter, and just break them down verse by verse on the meanings behind it. And yeah, so right now we are currently in Proverbs, and we already did chapter 1. So this is going to be chapter 2. Don't like to make the intros too long. And without further ado, let's get straight to it, right? So as always, I'm going to have it up here, but I'm going to be reading it from my actual Bible, the King James Version. So, my son, if you will receive my words and hide my commandments with you, so that you incline your ear unto wisdom, and this is deep right here, and apply your heart to understanding. You incline your ear unto wisdom, meaning you listen. You listen. You have an open mind. You listen to wisdom. You listen to, things that are being shared, and this is very, very important. And apply your heart to understanding. Apply it. The Bible tells us so many times to not be a hearer. Don't be somebody who says one thing and doesn't do it. Like Matthew chapter 23, it talks about that. The Pharisees who tell you to do one thing but don't do it themselves. It talks about it as well in James, if I'm not mistaken, to not just be a hearer of the word, but a doer of the word as well. So we got to make sure we're applying what we're reading. It's pointless to read the Bible if we're not going to apply any of the teachings like to our life. If we're just going to read it just to read it, like God says he'll rather you be hot or cold. Like it says it as well. It says it's better for a man to not have even come into the truth. It's better for him to not even come into the truth than to know the truth, know the word, and then to depart from it. Let me find that scripture real quick. 1 second. All right, boom, perfect. Here we go. Let me make this a little bit smaller just for a second, right? So 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 21, for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness, then after they have known it to turn from the holy commandments delivered unto them. So that's something to always keep in mind. It's better like when you come into the truth and you start reading what God tells us, start reading the commandments, start reading the laws, and start reading like the real of it, and to know the truth and then still depart from it. It would have been better if you didn't know it in the first place. So if you're not going to actually apply it, what's the point of even reading it? So that's something to keep in mind, right? So verse 3, yes, if you cry after, let me make sure it's up here, cool. Yes, if you cry after knowledge and lift up your voice for understanding. Verse 4 is very, very deep when you really, really, really think about it, right? If you seek her as silver and search for her as for hid treasures. Think about this for a second. We see all the let's say movies and stuff like that. When they are searching for hidden treasures, they go all in. They take the biggest risks, they take the biggest leaps, they go deep into the rabbit hole. Like they try to figure out this clue, this clue, this clue, this clue, this clue, all to get to that one treasure that's hidden somewhere in the deepest abyss, like somewhere in the ocean somewhere on this crazy island, in the middle of nowhere that only two people in the world knows and all this. They go through all of that just to get to that, just to find that treasure. And that's how we should be when it comes to seeking wisdom and how we search for wisdom. We should be applying everything. Like we have the internet, right? Instead of a lot of people like to use the internet for gossip and entertainment and all that type of stuff. And to each his own, right? Everybody do their own thing, right? But you can literally use the internet to learn about stuff. Look up certain words that you don't know. Dig down into the deep, to the rabbit hole, about these pagan holidays, about the true meanings behind it, like the true meaning behind NASA, the true meaning behind this, the true meaning behind that. Like dig down deep into the rabbit hole to really seek wisdom and have the understanding and find those secrets that God tells us, that Jesus talked about in Matthew chapter 13 when he talks about the parables. It said the secrets, God's secrets, is for the chosen ones to know, but for everybody else is not. Because, he's given them the knowledge to understand it, but to everybody else it's just like Japanese, or if you speak Japanese, a foreign language, basically. So, let's see. Verse 5. Then shall you understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. And this is after you search for so I'm not sober. After you search for wisdom and after you search for knowledge, like hidden treasures. Then and then only then. So once you actually go all in and actually truly seek it, then will you understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. Because think about it, the fear of the Lord is to depart from evil. And when you truly dig down deep and understand what the fear of the Lord is, you see the destruction that comes to those who disobey God. You see the destruction to the disobedient, to the wicked ones, to the ones of the world, to the tares when Jesus comes back to separate the wheat and the tares. You see what's going to happen to them. You see, like, and we're going to read this all throughout Proverbs. Proverbs, it talks about a wicked man versus a righteous man, a wicked woman versus a righteous woman. It talks about that the righteous woman as well in here, in this chapter. But you'll be able to see that type of stuff, and you're like, yo, nah, man, I can't do this. Like, I do not want to have what God is saying is going to happen to the wicked to happen to us, like to happen to you, right? So that's where you really have that fear of the Lord. Verse 6. For the Lord gives wisdom, out of his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. So for the Lord gives wisdom. So that means we got to get wisdom from the Lord. Um, he lays up, he lays up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walks uprightly. Verse 8. He keeps the paths of judgment and preserves the way of his saints. Then shall you understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yes, every good path. When wisdom enter into thine heart, into your heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto your soul, discretion shall preserve you, understanding shall keep you. Discretion is basically, it's like discernment, but it's like you actually think before you do things. Because it talks about as well, I believe in Proverbs, about a man who doesn't think, who just impulsively does things. But discretion will preserve you, meaning before you make certain decisions, you will actually sit down and think about it for a second. You would think about the consequences and repercussions that come with this decision that you make. Like you going to this place, you going out to doing this. Let's say, for example, you know somebody, a guy, let's say you're a guy or let's say you're a female, whichever one, whichever gender, right? So let's say you know that this person is really not right for you. They're just trying to get you, in bed, just trying to sleep with you, just trying to X ones, just trying to like they're just trying to have a good time with you. Type time we shouldn't be on that. And then on top of that, let's say for example, you're a guy and it's a wife and because the adultery, that's one of the commandments, right? And it's a wife and she has a husband and she's like out like partying on a vacation or something like that, and she's just trying to have a good time, a fun time with you. You think about before you lay down with her, like you pull a Joseph, right? Flee. You flee from that, right? Because Pharaoh's wife did the same thing for him and he fled, right? So that's that type of thing. You think about it before you do it, to deliver you from the way of the evil man, from the man that speak forward things. Forward means wicked, like that speaks wicked things, basically. Who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. Who leave the paths, they leave the path of uprightness. They were walking in an uprighteously way, and they decide to leave that path. These are truly wicked people right here. Like, we're all sinners, so it's like it's some of us that we didn't know that we were sinning because we weren't in the truth, so we were living a life of sin, right? And we didn't know that, so it's not like we knew the truth and then departed from it. No, 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 no. That's no. This is talking about the people who leave the paths of uprightness. So they were on that narrow path. They knew type time it was on, and they decided to leave it to walk in the ways of darkness. That is very, very, very scary thing to do, right? Who rejoice, think about it, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the forwardness of the wicked, who rejoice to do evil. That is so wicked. Somebody who gets excited to do evil and wicked things. And there's a lot of people out there. I'm quite sure you all know It's probably some people that was in your life or that you see online or social media, especially like a lot of these actors and singers and stuff like that. They get excited. They love to do evil. Um, let's see, verse 15. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to have this up here. Tripping. Whose ways are crooked and they forward in their paths to deliver you. This is deep. This is deep. This is for the men. To deliver you from the strange woman, even from the stranger with flatters with her words. Come on now, we all know it. The strange woman, like the woman, she's coming all beautiful and stuff like that. She got the push up bra on, and she got the tights on. She got the nice body and all that type of X, Y, and Z. She's coming and she flatters. She got the red lipstick on, all the makeup and the hair did, and all the type of X, Y, and G. She comes flattering you, right? She comes flattering you. Those sweet, soft words, right? But what does it say about that, right? Which forsakes the guide. Let me go back to 17. Which forsakes the guide of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. Man, for her house, this is deep. This is deep. This is deep. For her house inclines unto death, and her paths unto the dead. Her house inclines. So it's like that woman that's like, trying to persuade you, come back to the crib, come back to the, like, let's say she got an apartment in our house, come back to the crib, I'm all alone tonight, it's just me, my parents not here, let's say if they live with the parents, my parents not here, pull up, X, Y, and Z, da da da, like, you see what I'm saying, right? Her house inclines unto death. Not necessarily like actually like she's gonna, like, you pull up and she's gonna delete you, right? No, spiritual death. That's spiritually dead. Like, that's spiritually death, spiritual death right there. Because Jesus himself says it in Matthew chapter 5. It says that, we're not supposed to commit adultery. Yes. But he says that any man who looks at a woman and lusts after her, you already commit adultery in your heart. And it talks about this as well in, what is it? What is it? Is it James? Oh, I don't want to be wrong. Um, Let me find it. Let me find it. Yes, sir. I bet. So, James chapter 1, right here. Verses 12 to basically 15. I'll just read it all. Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. So when you get tempted by that, because think about Joseph, right? Let's look at Joseph. But when you get tempted by, let's say, the strange woman, right? And you see type time is on you, use your discernment, you say, nah, I'm good on that. Nah, I'm good. I don't care how cute she is. I don't care how beautiful she is. She can offer you the best night ever. I'm good on that, right? You are blessed for enduring that. Let no man, this is deep, let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempts any man. God does not tempt anybody to do evil. Always keeping that in mind. But every man, this is why we're tempted. This is how every person is tempted. Every man is tempted when he is drawn away from his own lust and enticed. Then when lust have conceived, this is where, here it goes. Then when lust have conceived, it bring forth sin, and sin when it is finished, bring forth death, spiritually dead. So that's something to keep in mind, right? So like, it's, yeah, you may, like, in that moment you may have that good time, but is it worth it? What does it say as well? It says, what does a man profit to gain the whole world but lose his soul as well? What's that scripture? Let me find it real quick. Boom, here we go right here. Mark chapter 8 verse 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Wait on God. Wait on God. Let's close this out. Boom. So let's get back to that. Oh, this is deep. This is deep. This is deep. Verse 19. And like, this is like a little side note. Like, you should be excited when you read the Bible. Like, this is what I just love reading about. That's why I love this series. Like, I love being able to just read this and literally read it over and over and over and over again. Because I already read it, but every time I read it, I just get so excited about reading it. This is how you should treat it. You should treat the Bible like this, and this is how God will give you the understanding when He sees that you treat it like it. Like that new episode, like that teaser. Let's say some episode on whatever TV like platform that you're watching, like Netflix or Hulu or whatever it is, right? And the next episode, like, let's say the episodes come out on a week to week basis, and you already watched the latest episode, you're all caught up, and you're just like, you're on your edge. You can't wait. You can't wait. This new episode drops Friday at X, Y, and Z. I gotta stay up to make sure I watch this episode. Like, you are so in tuned and locked in with that episode. That's how it should be when we're reading the Bible. We should be tuned, locked in, love it, excited to do it. Like, no time limit, no distractions, just locked in and having a good time. Knowing the truth, like knowing the wisdom, knowing the knowledge that God is literally giving us for free. Like, we don't gotta pay for it. All you gotta do is just buy the Bible. But other than that, this is free knowledge, right? But verse 19, none that go unto her, oh man, none that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the paths of life. Ooh, man. Man. They never come back the same, man. They never come back the same. Never come back the same. That you may walk in the way of good men and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright will dwell in the land, and the perfect will remain in it. See, this is what I'm talking about. Verses 21 and 22. It talks about the righteous and the wicked. And when you fear the Lord, you see what happens to the wicked, and you don't want that to be you. So what do? Do what the righteous do. Do what he tells us that the upright does. But the wicked, verse 22, but the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, and the transgressor shall be rooted out of it. Like, imagine like a plant, right, that's in the ground, and you just pull it out, like you just root it out, just pull it out. That's like what the wicked is going to be like. And it's like, we don't want that. Like, I personally don't want that. Some people, they want that, just like the devil. Devil knows where he going. He just try to get people to go to him. There's a lot of people that actually choose Satan. They choose that. They know this because it talks about this in James as well. It says that you believe there's one God, the devils do as well, and they tremble. So they know that there's one God. They know where they're going. Because remember when it talked about it in Revelation, right? When it said that Satan, was cast out from heaven, that deceived the whole world and cast out from him. It said that his angels came with him. He had his angels with him. So it wasn't just him. It was the people that decided to follow him that got casted out as well. And there's people still. There's nothing new under the sun. The Bible says this. There's nothing new under the sun. People that fell and that chose to worship Satan back then is like that in today's ages. You got a lot of rappers who sign these contracts, who have to promote certain things. They have to promote like violence. They have to promote lust. They have to promote like sexual morality, like all this type of stuff. They have to promote all this type of stuff. They have to promote like wickedness. And they rejoice to do that. They choose Satan. They wear it all over them. Like, they be wearing the upside down crosses and all this X, Y, and Z. They say that they literally tell you that they, sold their soul. They literally tell you all of this, right? They it's right here in front of your eyes. You just gotta, come from among the world and see it. So always keep in mind, there are people that actually choose the devil. Not everybody. Some people choose the devil. Some people choose the devil willingly and unwillingly. Because you can only serve one master. You either serve God or you serve the world, whichever one. You can't. It's no in between. You can't pick. So that's something to always keep in mind. But that is it for chapter 2. I honestly may just stop this, post it, and literally go straight to chapter 3, and just keep on making a whole bunch of these, because I'm literally, I love this right now. I love this so much. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. I keep looking over here because I'm so used to my camera over here. I need to be looking right here. But hopefully you guys enjoy the series. And I will catch you all in the next video. Have a blessed one.